Hi, I'm Katie and this is my Katie Beth Pilates full body release and burn workout. So this is a nice workout today, which is quite strong and challenging, but still has quite a bit of releasing and lengthening throughout the body. So a nice little balance, I like to think. Now today you will need a TheraBand, but don't worry if you don't have one of these at home. You can just use a scarf or any sort of tie, rope, anything like that you have lying around at home. We're actually working out in my home today, in my bedroom. So this is to show you that you can work out anywhere in any space as long as you have access to the online workouts. So I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start today sitting in cross-legged with our right leg crossed in front to begin with. We're going to inhale and exhale to fold forward and walk the palms forward, releasing through the lower back. Sinking down a little bit more with each breath. Feeling that opening through the hips. And then gently walk the hands around to the right as far as you can go. Getting a nice opening through the side of the body. Making sure that opposite hip is staying down on the mat, nice and weighted, not hitching up. And rotate the palms around to the left. Enjoying this nice release. Come back to center, slowly roll it up. And switch the legs around, so the left leg is in front now. Lengthen up nice and tall and fold it forward. So we're releasing through the lower back and opening up into the hips right now, but we're also releasing our glutes. So on each side you should be able to feel now on the left side that glute opening up as well. And walk the palms around to the left for that nice side body stretch up through the shoulders and the back. And walk the hands all the way around to the right. And back to center. And exhale, slowly roll all the way back to sitting. From here we're going to stay seated and we're going to place our arms into eagle arms and just get a nice opening through the back. So wrap your right elbow underneath the left and draw the palms together at the chest. Elbows are at shoulder height, inhale, and then you're going to exhale. Draw those elbows in towards your chest, folding the head forward. Feeling that nice opening through the back of your shoulders. This is a really great stretch to do if you work at a desk. Just trying to unravel all those knots in the back. And release back up. And reverse the arms. So left elbow underneath the right elbow now. Elbows at shoulder height. Hands interlace if you can. And then fold it forward. Really feel the expansion through the back. And then come back up to center. And we're going to come around onto the mat and come back into our hook-like position. So laying down on the back with our feet in line with the hips, arms reaching long alongside the body. Making sure that we've got those inner thighs switched on, so not falling asleep, and making sure our pelvis is in neutral. So by that I mean we don't want to be hitching the hips up towards us or arching the back too much. So just that nice neutral point where you can feel the sacrum, that little bone at the bottom of your spine touching the mat. So reaching long, we're going to come into some pelvic curls. So focusing on our Pilates breathing. So we remember we inhale nice and deeply into the back and sides of the rib cage as we exhale out through the mouth. Start to imprint your spine and roll each vertebra up off the mat, just to the point where you're feeling your core engage and the rib cage knitting together. So we're not lifting up like this. You can feel the core in here. Inhale, exhale, rolling it back down. Inhale, exhale. Starting to warm up through the spine. Feel that articulation. Inhale, exhale. Keep it going. 3 more like that. If you want to keep those inner thighs on, press down through your big toes. 2 more. Enjoying this nice massage before we get into our core too much. Exhale. Last one like that. If you want more challenge here, you can take the arms up, add that balance challenge. Now we're going to work into the legs a little bit here by lifting our heels up. So lift them up as high as you can while you're still keeping the balance, and you can still keep those inner thighs on. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine, roll it up. Ooh, a little bit more wobbly here. Inhale, exhale. Articulating each vertebra down, one at a time. Inhale, exhale. If you want to be super challenged, take the arms up here with the heels lifted. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just 3 more like this in your own time. Two more. Getting those glutes firing. And exhale. Slowly release all the way back down. Release your heels back down to the mat. We're going to float the knees up into tabletop now. And we're going to come into some chest lifts with rotation and toe taps. So we're going to inhale. Take the arms around behind the head, interlace the fingers. We'll come into chest lifts first. Inhale, exhale. Lift those shoulders up off the mat, and we're drawing our rib cage to our hips. So keeping that pelvis nice and neutral. Inhale to release. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, release. Exhale. So just starting to warm up through our abdominals. Keeping the shoulders out nice and wide. Shoulders away from the ears. 2 more like this. And last one. Now you can have a little rest here if you need, otherwise we're going to keep going. We're going to exhale into chest lift, and we're going to go into our crisscross with the toe taps. So we're going to rotate up and over to the right, left, right, left. Draw the knees together, double toe tap. So nice challenging movement here. Right, left, double toe tap. Requiring a little bit of coordination. We're working pretty strongly into all parts of the core now. So our rectus abdominis, our obliques, and our lower abs as well. Keep it going, up and over. Nice. If it's too much to do the toe tap, just hold it there. Getting those lower abs. Remember, when we're rotating, we're trying to get up and over, so opposite rib to opposite hip versus moving the top of the body. Double toe tap. Good, just 2 more like that. Use your breath. Double toe tap. Last one. And double toe tap. Knees back to center. You can release the head and neck and the feet down just for a minute. And when I say minute, I mean a second. I shouldn't trick you like that. And then we're going to come back into core. Bring those knees back up into tabletop position. Inhale, exhale. Take the arms around behind the head, come up. We're going to go into single leg stretch, toe taps now. Right leg, right, left. Draw the knees together, double toe tap. So drawing the right knee in, left knee in. So working our legs and core now as well. Like I said, if that gets too much with the double toe tap, just hold the legs in the tabletop position, or you can try even just a single leg tap. Just make sure you're alternating sides. Double toe tap. Good, 2 more like that. Keep it going, stay strong, you're doing really well. And last set. Double toe tap. Good, you can draw the knees in, release the head and neck down for a second, and then we're gonna come into single leg stretch, sorry, double leg stretch I should say. So inhale, big breath, repair. Exhale, come up into that chest lift again. Inhale, reach our arms and legs long. Exhale, circle them around. This is a core-a-thon right now. Exhale, circle it around. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, so nice fluid movement. Arms and legs long, circle it around, staying up in that chest lift position. If this is too much for you, come out of the chest lift and just work with the arms and the legs. Inhale, exhale. Good, 3 more like that. 2. And last one. Good, draw the knees in, release the head and neck down. Extend the right leg and the left leg up towards the ceiling. I promise we're gonna have a little break soon, but it's not just yet. So, legs reaching long towards the ceiling, we're gonna come up into chest lifts. Reaching the hands towards those toes. Exhale. Exhale. Almost time for our release. So just reach for those toes. Keep it going, you're doing really well. 5 more. 3, 2, and last one. Ooh, my core is burning, and you can release one foot and the other foot back down. Grab a hold of your band. We're gonna have a little break on our core for now. Yay! And get into the hamstrings. So, gonna bend the right knee first and place the band around the ball of your right foot. Your options here are to keep that bottom leg bent, or you can lengthen it out if your flexibility allows. That top leg, I'm going to try and bend the knee, get it as close as you can to your chest, and then straighten the leg. So getting a nice release into the hamstrings. Try and make sure your shoulders are drawing down away from your ears and your elbows are tucked in towards the side of your body. We want to make sure that we're not hitting ourselves with the band at all. And just enjoy this nice release and the fact that our core has a break for a minute. Good. One more breath here. You might want to point and flex the foot a little bit. And now you're going to place the band into the right hand and let that right leg drop all the way down and out. Releasing through the hips. So try and keep that supporting leg down on the mat. If you're really flexible and this is easy, start to lift that foot up towards your face. So closer and closer and higher towards your head. And draw that leg back to center. Rotate the foot to face away from you. Extend that right arm out and let that leg drop across the body. And this stretches our ITB, which is a band that runs down the outside of our leg. So it's quite a strong stretch, but it feels really good. And back to center. Bend the knee and carefully take your foot out to switch the feet over. So left ball of the left foot into the band. Opposite leg can have a bent knee or reaching long. And really trying to flex that foot as much as you can. Getting that nice release through the back of the leg. My calves are actually really tight, so I'm feeling this more in my calves than in my hamstrings right now. I think from walking on the beach Lots of soft sand walking. It's crazy how much different movement can affect our body. Good, so just drawing that thigh in towards the chest. A little bit more with each breath. And then take that band into the left hand and let that leg drop out and open. Releasing through the hips. I'm just so enjoying this. Relaxing. And back to center. Rotate that foot across the body and take it all the way over. Last breath here. And then draw that foot back to the center. You can release your band and place it to the side. And we're going to creep forward a little bit just because I'm coming back off my mat. I want to make sure I've got enough room. And we're going to reach the legs up towards the ceiling into our corkscrew. So we've got two options here. Options are to have our legs straight, or an easier option is with the knees bent. Take your arms out to a 45-degree angle on the mat so you've got a bit of balance and stability through the shoulders. And we're going to inhale, take the legs over towards the right. Exhale, semicircle the legs back around to the center. Inhale, take them across to the left. Exhale, circle them around and back to center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, so keep going, reversing the direction. Remembering you've got your two options here. Just working into those lower abdominals again. Inhale, exhale. Trying to keep the shoulders stable, pressing down into the mat. Last one in each direction. And come back to the center. Now if you've moved at all, and I'm going to have to squish down a bit to make space for myself, just make sure you've got room behind you because we're going to come into some rollovers. So legs reaching long. We're going to inhale, exhale. Take the legs up and over. We're going to inhale to flex the feet. Take those feet out to hip width apart. Inhale and then exhale. Slowly with control, using our abdominals to lower the legs just to that position over the hips again and circle them. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's all in the abdominal control here to make the movement nice and smooth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If this is too much for you, just stay here holding this position. You can keep going with the chest lifts again. We don't want to push the body past where we're comfortable. Good, just two more like that. Slowly rolling down. Circle the feet, and last one. Hopefully we've got nice released hamstrings to do this after that really nice stretch. And circle the legs back together. Nicely done. The lower one foot to the mat, and reach the legs long. And we're going to roll up. So arms overhead. Inhale, exhale. Start to peel the back, neck, shoulders, and roll all the way back up to sitting. Really nicely done. So demonstrating right now how you can do this in a tight spot. So from here, now sitting position, we're going to come into a boat pose just to get those abs a little bit more. So you've got options here. You can either grab a hold of the back of your thighs, if you like, and hold like this, or you can take the arms out. Holding here 5 breath counts. Trying to stay open through the chest, shoulders drawing down away from the ears. Two more breaths. Stay with me, you're doing really well. And release one foot back down and the other foot back down. Woo, nice. Gonna walk our palms in now with the fingertips facing forward, feet are at hip width apart, making sure the wrists are beneath our shoulders. And we're gonna press up and get into our arms a little bit with some tricep dips. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, press up through those wrists, making sure that we're not just sliding the hips towards the feet. That's not actually getting the triceps at all, so we really want to bend the elbows. Press it up, bend the elbows, press through the wrists. 2 more. Really effective body weight movement to get those triceps really quickly. Gonna have a break just for a second. And 5 more. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Last one. And you can release the bottom down. Nice. From here we're going to come into some side lie work. So in our side work, we want to always make sure that we've got our wrist directly beneath the shoulder. If you've got trouble with the wrist, there's an option here to come down onto your elbow. And we're going to have the underneath the knee supporting to begin with. Okay? So options are here like this, or you can come up onto the wrist. Make sure that that underneath knee leg is supporting, so that knee is back at a 90-degree angle, and you've got the toes untucked to help you to stay here. You're going to take that top leg up and lower it down. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. So working into our obliques here as well as the shoulder, our core. Good. Keep it going. 4 more. Probably feeling the glutes already and those inner thighs. And last one. Holding that leg there, we're going to do 10 leg circles forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the direction. Good. It's a little bit of challenge here in this position versus when we're lying down, just because we've got to try and stay balanced. That's where we get that extra core work in. Good. And release that leg down. Now you've got an option here to come into a full side plank position just for 5 breath counts, or you can stay in this position that we're in now, just holding it here. So untuck the toe, or your option is to come into a full side plank. Good, making sure you pick the option that's working for you today. From there, we're going to rotate under the body and extend the arm out. So again, getting into those obliques here. Rotate underneath and extend. Rotation and reach. So remember your options here. If you would like a bit more challenge, is to come up into full side plank. 2 more. Last one. And release both hands down into our plank. We're just going to hold here for 3 breaths. Reaching long through the head to the tip of the toes, one long line, nice and strong. Now if I wasn't filming this view, I would just flip around to the other side, but that's not very nice if I'm not facing you. So I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to even out both sides. So again, making sure that the wrist or elbow is tracking beneath the shoulder and the underneath leg is supporting. Take that top leg up. I'll just make sure I can fit in here. Come forward. And I'm going to take that top leg up, lower it down. Another option here if you want more challenge as well is to take that top arm up for a little bit of a balance challenge. Good, just 5 more like that. Bit of a glute theme today. 3, 2, And last one, hold it there, 10 little circles. 10, 9, 8, working with that balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 circles, other direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Release that leg down. And again, I'm just gonna hold that side plank position. Different options here, depending on how you're feeling. You can lift up into full side plank. And then we're gonna add our rotations. So inhale, rotate the body up and underneath. Exhale, extend and open the chest up. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And last one. Nice. And from there, we're going to rotate once more into our plank. Last plank. 3 breaths, reaching long from the head all the way to the toes. And lift the hips up and walk the toes forward into down dog or pike, just pressing back, enjoying this break for a minute. And we can come back down onto hands and knees. I'm just going to swivel around a little bit so I'm not hitting anything behind me. So from here on all fours, we're just going to come into a bit of a balance challenge. So making sure that we're in a nice position on all fours with the shoulders tracking directly above the wrists. Knees are directly beneath the hips, so we're not collapsing through the chest. And you're going to extend the right leg back, extend your left arm out. Hold it here. I could just rest my leg and pretend, but I won't, because that's mean. So I'll actually do it as well. Holding it here. One more breath. Using the core, gently come back to center, find that nice front support position, take the left leg back, right arm forward, using your core to help you with your balance here. Last big breath. And release the hand and the knee back down. Can come down onto our elbows now. Again, making sure the knees are beneath the hips. And we're going to get into those glutes a little bit more. So bring that right leg back, flex the foot. We're going to tap the right toes across and extend them up and out. Over and extend. Last little glute nuke. Cross and up. Keeping that foot flexed is going to make sure that you're keeping that movement coming from the glute. Reverses our quad. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Bend that knee down, stretch the left leg out, flex the foot, and tap it over and reach. And extend. So as your flexibility and strength improves, keep pushing yourself to that next level. So if you feel like, oh, this feels easy now, take it a little bit higher. Flex that foot a little bit more. 5 more. Good, keep going. 3, 2, and the last one. And release that knee back down. Coming back onto our wrists here. Gonna inhale, this is our last little core challenge. And we're gonna exhale, lift. You can just lift them up a little bit if that's as far as you can go. But the idea is as soon as we've got those knees up, you should feel that core shaking. I can, so I hope you are too. Two more breaths. And lower the knees down. Oh, I was shaking like an earthquake just then. Press all the way back. Pressing the hips back down into nice deserved rest position. Just to make sure you get a nice release through those arms and triceps. Walk the elbows forward and place the palms behind the head. Just try and walk those elbows a little bit more forward as well. And feel that nice opening through the back of the arms and the shoulders. And then slowly untuck the arms. Gonna come into a nice pigeon stretch to release our glutes. So walk that right knee up to the front of the mat, take it out towards the right and try and make sure your shin is as close as possible to parallel. Back leg is reaching long. Sit up nice and tall, so make sure the hips are square. And then when you feel that nice square position, fold it forward. Depending how your flexibility is today, you might want to come down onto the forehead. Not going to reach the arms long. I'm super tight on this side today, so this is as far as I'm coming. So feel that release through the glute, through the hip. Sink a little bit deeper each breath. And when you're ready, slowly press back up and draw that right knee back. Draw that left knee up and out to the side. Walk that shin as close as possible to parallel. And get those hips nice and square. So check your back leg, practice sinking into each side. Lengthen it up and then fold forward, enjoying that nice release. A little bit deeper with each breath. And slowly press back up and draw the knees back around to how we started at the beginning. With our legs cross-legged, take the arms out to the side and we'll get a nice mermaid stretch to each side now. So lowering that right hand down and reaching the left arm up and over, trying to keep that chest opening up towards the ceiling. Making sure we release our obliques because we did a little side planking today. And switch sides. Sinking down with that opposite hip, opening up that chest towards the ceiling. And back to center. Place that right hand across your left knee. Lengthen up nice and tall and rotate around to look behind you. And come back to center. Opposite side, lengthen up through the spine. And then exhale to rotate. And come back to center. And we are all done. So you finished my Quadruped Pilates release and burn workout. I hope you felt a little bit of each and you're feeling nice and strong and relaxed. And yeah, as I've demonstrated, you can do this workout anywhere. You can combine it with some of the other workouts if you want a longer one. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Katie, keep smiling.